Unlock the secrets to managing your time as a homemaker with these 6 essential time management tips guaranteed to maximize productivity and efficiency in your homemaking. Number 1, batch similar tasks. Group similar tasks together and complete them in batches. For example, designate specific days for errands, meal prepping, or even laundry to streamline your routine and minimize transition time between activities. Next, learn to say no. I admit this one is a bit difficult, but it's important to recognize your limits and be selective of your commitments outside of home responsibilities. Practice saying no to non-essential activities or requests that may overextend your time and energy levels. This will allow you to focus on your priorities effectively. And speaking of priorities, we are next going to prioritize tasks. Identify the most important tasks for the day and tackle those first. That way, when life tends to life, you at least get the most important things done first. Not to mention, it will lift a heavy burden off your back because those things have gotten done already. Use tools like planners, to-do lists, or mobile apps to keep track of your priorities. A good way to tackle this one is the night before. Set a list of priorities of things you need to do in order to maximize productivity, because when you wake up in the morning, you already know what those tasks are. Now that we have our prioritized tasks, we're going to break that down even further by setting some realistic goals. If you have a task of reorganizing your closet, for example, break those up into small batches by doing a drawer at a time or a section at a time in order to break this down into manageable steps. It will not feel overwhelming, and you will be able to stop at a moment's notice when it is time to do the next activity. And also, you will not leave a big mess behind. So that's a plus. When we set achievable goals every day and every week, we move toward our major goals without feeling overwhelmed. Next up, delegate responsibilities. If at all possible, get other family members involved in order to help you do the things that has to be done. This not only helps to teach children responsibility, but it will develop a sense of teamwork in the household and even strengthen those family relationships. Not to mention, delegating responsibilities can also free up more time in order to do those other tasks that only you can do. It's a bit tricky at first because we feel that we need something done a certain way, but allowing others to do things their way will also help them to foster a sense of independence as well as feel proud of their own accomplishments. You're setting them up for a lifetime of cleanliness and other activities that you have them do around the home. In order to effectively manage our time as homemakers, I invite you to limit distractions. Cut off unnecessary distractions such as social media and television in order to focus on the tasks at hand. That doesn't mean you have to do everything in complete silence. I'm a big advocate of if it is fun, it will surely get done. So by all means, feel free to play some music or a podcast. But if you find that that's even distracting you, then yes, cut it off and play a game instead. But when you limit distractions, you open up your full focus to your activity and tend to do even a better job at it. This effectively allows us to create a conducive environment for productivity and help us to manage our time better because we're solely focusing on the task at hand instead of getting distracted by scrolling, causing it to take even longer than it needs to. If needed, with the time we bought ourselves back, we can always scroll later, but for now, let's focus on the task at hand. Next up, create a schedule. Establish a daily, monthly, and weekly schedule that includes dedicated time slot for specific activities such as cleaning, cooking, family time, and any other thing that may be important for you and your household. Stick to the schedule as much as possible to maintain consistency. Even though the schedule doesn't rule us, it does help us to stay focused on the activity that needs to be done so that we don't miss any gaps in our homemaking. But if you do need help making a schedule, I got you. Check out this video here where I talk about how you can make your own schedule, and I'll meet you there right now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, to God be the glory. Bye.